everyone, welcome back to a new video. I have been gone for a while, and that's because I suck at editing and I suck at time distribution, so I end up not doing anything. But alas, 2025 is in the past. The first video of the year is going to be my favorite of last year. I really like this format, I love to watch it, and I discovered so many stuff from other creators doing this, so I thought I can show you what make my heart beat. 2025 is the first time I'm so organized. I have all my stuff here. I have a script. Your girl is putting in the meat. So we're gonna start with the fashion category. Fashion wise, I reduced a lot my buying this year because first, it's lame to be buying so much. I don't need that much clothes. I have already gathered so much clothes from the years before. One thing I'm really good at is using stuff from time. But this year I really wanted to actively stop myself from buying if I didn't need it. If I already had something similar, and before getting anything new, I would sell or give or donate to avoid hoarding. So this means that my wardrobe wasn't that exciting. I didn't really rediscover any specific piece. But three highlights are stuff I acquired this year. Number one is fitted burgundy top, dark red, Bordeaux, I don't know how you call it, that has the sides a bit more, I don't have the word, retroussé. It's a bit like, I guess, Skims inspired in the fit, and I got it, I think, in October, November, so really late in the year, and it was on my wishlist for years and years, and finally it was back on stock, so I just jumped on it. It was like maybe 22 euros. The sale was big, so I was like, that's the time for me to get it. I got it, and I was so delighted because it fits with everything in my wardrobe. Everything. Of course, I picked the winter color, so I was so excited. Another one is, as you know, short torso, long leg girly, narrow hips. What fits me the best is low waist and things with a bit of form at the bottom, so it kind of mimic a wider hip. Not that you have to, but if you want to, that's one way to do it. I got those Calvin jeans, baggy pants. So I think they're normally like mid to high waist, but I took them really wide and really bigger than my size. I think one size or two bigger. And they're just the most comfortable and the most stylish ones I have. I wear them every chance I get, with Uggs, with sneakers, with boots, with everything. Love. I think I only have one other Calvin Klein garment. I think I just have like a t-shirt, a high neck t-shirt, and those are the two are bangers. So if you want a nice pair of jeans that feels a bit old school, and also I need a deep wash. That's what I wanted. I needed a deep wash, and all the other pants are just like too light, or the blue is not cold enough, and I feel like it was a perfect find. Same thing here, it was on sale. I think I got it for 40 euros on the About You website. I used to work at About You like 5 years ago, and somehow I'm still screaming their name. And the last piece of fashion, guys, similarly to those dark wash pants, I've been looking for the perfect linen white pants that would fit me. So it needed to be pure white, not off-white, not like light beige. I needed white, and I need them to be low waist, because all the ones I could find, they were all like the inseam line like was so big, so it looked like I pooped my pants. So I went to Weekday and I found them there. I think they're a mix of linen and cotton or something like this, so they're a bit stiffer, but they're perfect. And I got actually got my size, or got an M, I don't know, but amazing. They fit my style. They're like linen, but not too like loose. Like they're a bit more, as I said, stiffer. So I thought it was perfect for me, because I think my body doesn't like fluid clothes, I like structure, and I think it was the perfect find. So that's for clothes. Moving on to outerwear. I live in a cold country. I live in Hamburg, Germany, up north. So it gets cold early and for a long time. I think from end of October to maybe end of March. So I had to upgrade my winter game. Did I? Because my faves are all these. My faves are my thrifted jean jacket. This is more of a mid-season transitional season thing that I wear even in the summer or spring here, because it gets a little bit chilly. So I always have it's just a basic jean jacket, oversized. I bought it in Paris, I believe in Episode, or it was in Kiehl shop. close to Châtelet. I don't remember. Another jean jacket I have was actually passed down to me. I believe it was my stepfather's brother's jean jacket. And I love it because it's like doubled with Sherpa and stuff. And then you have like a color, a brown fur color. I believe it's fake fur. And you can take it out or in depending on how cold it is. And I have it for, I think, over 10 years. I've been wearing it since ever, and I've never had even one iota of me wanting to give away this jacket. I like that the sleeves are a bit shorter, so I can show up the sweater I have under it. I can show layers, so ideal. And the last thing I have, which is fairly new, is, and then I think of it, I had my jean jackets, I had my big German, like when it's really cold, puffer long jacket. If I wear it, you don't see me. And I have a funny like icy blue longer coat. If you have a good sweater under, it's nice, but it's not the warmest. And I had a funky shorter cropped puffer jacket, purple one. And I didn't have like a neutral adult lady coat, so I acquired a pull&bear long trench style proper winter coat, like dark gray. And it's neutral, it fits with everything I have in my wardrobe, and it's just, it gives me, if I'm my outfit I think it's a bit basic or whatever, I just put it on and I look elegant. Love. That's for the outerwear. Then when it comes to shoes, I'm not a shoe person, but with shoes I work with, I don't know how you call it in English, hard strike? No, in French coup de cœur. Love balm? I don't know how you call this. Love struck. I work with love struck with shoes. And the story I'm going to tell you about this first pair of shoes is really silly. I was on Instagram, as one does. I saw a photo dump from Dua Lipa, and I saw her wear like, I don't think I've seen this type of shoe before. It probably exists for a long time, but my eyes haven't laid eyes on it. And I saw her wear them, and I was like, wait, what is this? And this is the Puma speedcat ballerinas in pink and white. She had the silver ones, but they were outsold. I think I would have got a silver one if they weren't outsold. But then I laid my eyes on those ones, and I was like, they need to be mine. I think between the moment I saw the photo dump on Instagram, then when I got the mail from Puma saying that my order was on its way, maybe 9 minutes went by. They were a bitch to break in because I decided to wear them on a work trip where I had to work almost the whole day and I had to walk almost the whole day. That was a bad idea because, well, it was painful. But now that they broke in, they are my favorite March to September shoe. Then I did not buy them in 2025. I got them, I believe, actually in 2023. But they're still my faves. And it's a common theme you will see in my life. I was influenced by Eva Meloche. This young woman has a hold over me. I'm almost 30. Why am I influenced by a 23-year-old? But that's I mean, when you're a baddie, you're a baddie. Like, it doesn't matter. These are the Mary Janes. They are gorgeous. They're from Alohas. So I think the principle is that they make shoe on demand. So you order, then there is like a delay, and then they sell based on how many shoes were ordered. I think this is how they adjust their stocks. So I was really, I thought it was a good buy because I wasn't buying from, let's say, as fast fashion as I would do usually. And the color is just gorgeous. The shape I think is iconic. And every time I wear them, people say something. Often old ladies and old men in Hamburg, they're like, I love your shoes. And I'm like, Dankeschön. And I don't really wear heels, so I think it's my most elegant pair of shoes that I wear as often. So ultimate fave. Then the last pair. This is another silly story. So I was leaving a ballet class. Great for your posture and your legs. So you take off your shoes at the entry, right? And then you put them back when you leave. And a girl was putting her shoes back, and I look at her shoe and I was like, wait, I like this design. I was not, the only time I was, I think, aware of those shoes, I think, is mainly with trekking and like hiking and stuff. So I don't hike, I don't trek, so I don't really care. But I didn't know it was like a fashion-y type of brand. I just saw the girl wear it with her like typical gym girly attire. I didn't think much of it. Of course, the crossed laces struck me. I think you're getting where I think you got it. You know the shoes I'm talking about. I think it's the chatty, the XT6 salomons. They are the most comfortable to wear, and I love that they don't get dirty. I mean, that's a plus. I picked this colorway because I feel like it fits my vibes a bit more. It's not boring. I think the blue line is what sold me. So yeah, I fell in love yet again. So that's my top 3 for the shoes. And for the fashion part, the last section is inspirations. I don't think I have like a fashion-y, I'm not avant-garde, right? I tend to be more of a early follower or an early adopter, and I've learned to not follow trends. I can quickly get caught up on trends, but thank the Lord, I didn't have that much money to spend on clothes when I was younger. So I avoided a lot of like stupid purchases, and also I have a fear of just, I don't have to say this, I don't want to be perceived as a follower. I don't want to be perceived as having the same as everybody else. That's something that my ego is doing to me. Luckily me, I tend to avoid buying something if I don't really feel I want it, but I do not come up with a lot of the things I wear like most people, and I just wanted to highlight my inspirations and this year which influencer style I really enjoyed, although I might not dress like them whatsoever, but elements of their style really attract me. I don't know how to say this. So the first one I will put their Instagram there, I think about Meloche is usually the shapes and everything are not my faves, but I really like her accessories, her shoes, like coats, like, you know, like not the style itself, but like the accessories and the garments around it, let's say the overlays, and I also like the color she picks. So she dresses, compared to, I would say, most people I live around, a bit more colorful, a lot of berry tones, a lot of blues, so I really appreciate that, and it just looks effortless, and that's what I'm trying to aspire to, just to look a bit more effortless and not like I'm trying too hard. The second one, I have no idea where she's from. I feel like she's in Netherlands, but I might be really, really wrong. Her name is Dana. Here is her Instagram as well. And similarly, I think she uses colors in the perfect way. Her outfit are never boring. She's a queen of layering. Again, here, it's not like I want to dress with her, but there was like some elements, like the logic behind how she dresses speaks to me. It's speaking to me. She has such a cool, one of her beanies. I'm obsessed with it. But after the price, I was like, yeah, I don't need a beanie. She's just cute and pretty. And at last, this is a newer person. I saw her through TikTok. And then I added her on Instagram, and her name is Name. And she goes by Lil Bengla on Instagram. Again, her outfits, she's a bit, I think, a bit more of a, like end of the 20s, similar to me. And I just think she dresses a bit more, not effective, but it looks like it would be more like office wear, and so it's closer to what I would like to dress like. Again, here you will see color, shapes, patterns. Love. I feel like all of those three people are really like queens and princesses of thrifting, which I'm trying to do more of. Even though I'm struggling. But yeah, so that's my inspiration, and what I aspire to emulate as well throughout next year. Now moving on to beauty. The first category in beauty will be skincare. Those are actually fairly recent entries. I haven't been using them for a while, but the impact is big. Before, I used to use for cleansing, I believe I forgot the name. A Korean skincare cleanser. But then I went into a Korean skincare shop here in Hamburg, and I just told them I'm looking for a new cleanser. I'm open to try new things because I only know one. And I said I have dry skin. What I want is hydration and just like brightness, because especially in the winter time here in Hamburg, I can turn really grayish. And they showed me this rich, moist, foaming cleanser by Dior Klairs, and I'm obsessed because first it's fun. It's a foam. It feels soft, it feels nice. And actually, after I wash my face with it, I don't know if it's placebo effect, I don't know if it's just like, again, the fun of the foam, I feel like cleansed, I feel fresh. So that's a really nice lasting feeling. And I mean, I don't have a problem skin, so I think all soaps will do well with me, but this just makes me feel nice and I love it. Similarly, I used to be using the Paula's Choice, I think the pink line moisturizer, daily moisturizer. Again, here it felt really nice, really to the point. I would say the price is what stopped me, because I felt like it was not doing, I mean, it was nice, the packaging was nice, the cream was moisturizing, I had a kind of a glossy effect after using it, but I was like, am I gonna spend 56 euros every 3 months on the cream? Again, I don't have a problem skin, so I don't need my skin to do anything specific. I just need to moisturize it because it's really dry, and especially in the winter days coming, I knew that the Paula's Choice one would not be moisturizing enough. I need something a bit thicker, so it's great for summer. I think I will keep it for summer, where it's something a bit more light. But for the winter days, I moved on to Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. You might say, but just can you talk about the price? This is the same amount, and I can just refill it anytime I want. And I like, it doesn't have a smell, it doesn't have anything specific, it's just really basic, but it does the job. It does the job. I haven't had like those grayish or like really like dead corpse vibe for a while since I've been using this. I'm not gray. I mean, now for example, I don't have any foundation, so I still have a bit of grayness here, as you can see, the darker areas, but that's because my mouth gets dry as well. But any other places, I feel like I look pretty brown. And the third one, ooh, I'm so annoyed. I can't find it anywhere. I feel like I lost it. I just don't know where I put it, but I've been using it the whole year. And that's the same collection from Paula's Choice. It's the hyaluronic. No, it's the peptide lip balm. Everybody was running to Rhode. I actually have the Rhode one. I have the brown one, but I just like the Paula's Choice better. And it's pink. I lost it. I might have to buy it again. I also like that it has like a silicone tip. I like that it's a bit thicker. Rhode is great for summer, but for winter, I definitely need a thicker layer. I would apply it when I do my skincare in the morning. So before I do my makeup or whatever, I would just apply it as just a moisturizer before going to bed. It also worked well. Now, moving on to body. The same issue I have on my face, I have on my body. I'm dry. And for most of my life, especially as a youngster, I was using the Mixa, the bread one. That was the one I was using all my life. Then I tried different ones. I tried the Dove Cocoa one. I tried the mix, the Nivea, the one that's in the blue disc. That was stiff. That was hard to use. Then I moved on to Neutrogena, the red one. So I have a big journey with creams. And when I tell you, I never thought that the cream that would be the one I like the most would be a cream from a clothing shop. And other stories. Yes, you heard right. I'm also obsessed with scents, and because when I see someone going around town, or I'm in a bus or whatever, and I walk by someone and it smells good, I'm like, oh, I'm obsessed. I wish people also feel the same with me, that I smell good. Again, the main issue with my skin is that I'm dry, so I need something that just moisturizes well. And what do you know? And other stories have a whole cream line, body lotion line. And you might think, Jessica, body lotion and the stories, I don't think they're gonna be moisturizing enough for you. Wrong. This was expensive. This was 21 euros. I'm telling you right now, this was a stupid buy, but I love the smell. And the texture is perfect. If you want it to be more moisturized, you can just double it. But I mean, okay, don't look at this. Don't look at this. I'm a bit dry on my thing. I haven't applied in a little while. But it's doing the job. It doesn't leave any white cast. I am absolutely obsessed, and it smells. So I don't know how many smell they have it, but I have the 9 notes one. That leads me to the next fave, the perfume. And yes, you guessed right. It's end of the stories again. Who would have thought that the H&M shop would be my smelling salvation. I have a basis perfume. I like to mix. Like similarly to, I don't like to have the same smell as somebody else and stuff like this. Like, I don't want to be like anybody else. I want to be unique. I don't like to have the same smell as people. So when people ask me what's your perfume, I can't be like, oh, it's this one. I'd be like, I mix this, and this. That's just something. And I get bored with smells as well. So I have a base one, which is the Dior Blooming Bouquet. And I top this one off with various perfume throughout the years. And this year I've been using Insta Stories Blank Page, which I apply in the same places. Then I don't have it with me, but I think I forgot it in Paris and I'm really annoyed. They also have tiny roll-in version of their perfume, and I have the perfume in another scent. I think it's something sunrise something. Oh, I'm so annoyed. And I just roll it behind my ears and like points that stick a lot. I finally found my perfect smell combo. I'm sick and tired of it. And to top it off, that's mainly when I also do my makeup, or in the summer. I think it's mainly in the summer, and winter not as much. But to top it off, I would apply a bit of this Nuxe Real Prodigieuse, and I would just apply this on my arms, everywhere, just to top it off. But that was before I had the cream, so I don't know how it would work next summer. But it just added, like, it smells like clean. And I love it. So that concludes the perfume, or the scent section. And then my third fave of this category is anti-transparent. As I mentioned when talking about bodies and scents, I have struggled since I guess I hit puberty. Sweat smells. It sticks on my clothes. My dark clothes always smell, and I couldn't figure out why, because I wash extensively. I use deodorant. I wash my clothes regularly. I wash. I didn't know what was going on. But it happens that some people just stink. I mean, I don't stink, but like the bacteria and the fabric I was using, like, because I was mainly wearing synthetic clothes and stuff, so it doesn't breathe, you know. And finally I researched, because I couldn't handle it, because I was like, I was feeling good with all of those things, but then my clothes still stink. Why? Turns out I was using the wrong thing. I was using deodorant. I should be using anti-transparent. I buy this one, triple dry, the classic one, no smell, no nothing, and I combine it with the Rexona maximum protection anti-transparent. Those two together are the best thing ever. I usually, let's say I shower, whatever, I will put, after I shower, I will put this one, strong base, then I let it dry a bit, I do my business, I get dressed, and right before I go, right before I'm moving on to something, I would apply this. Throughout the day, if I feel like maybe I sweated a bit or whatever, or let's say it's the next day, and let's say I have a gym and I don't want to shower before, because what the point of showering before going to a gym, you know? I would just apply this as a refresher. So that's my base, that's my refresher. Now we're done with body, let's move on to hair. And for hair, I've been struggling to stick to a routine. And this is again a common theme in my life. I want to have healthy hair and longer hair, but they break because I don't take care of them. Like, it's not a secret. It's not like I just don't take care of them because I'm lazy. I don't have discipline. But that changed last year, or the years before. I think the last 2 years I've been really consistent, and my hair have been growing, getting stronger. They're not the length I want yet, but it's getting there. 2028, watch out. And something that I have read and looked into was that I don't need an extensive hair routine. I just need a few steps that I do every day, every 2 days, or the frequency I need for my hair. It doesn't have to be such a hurdle every time. And I think we've been lied to a bit about how hard and how exhausting and how annoying it is in this journey with me, my hair. I love them. We have a bit of a toxic relationship, but I love them. And it's getting out of the toxic zone. So that's amazing. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through my routine. And something that I do every 2 days is that I apply a leave-in, and this leave-in saved my life. I love it. So whether they are out or either in braid, I always apply, so I spray them with water, and then I apply the mielle, pomegranate, and honey leave-in conditioner. It just moisturizes my hair amazingly. It smells nice. So that's my fave. When I had my longer hair circa 2022, before I ruined them with braids that I kept for 3 months and went in the water with the salty sea water. I was using this cream on the daily, and it was just like a daily thick cream. And now I learned that it can be used to lock in moisture, to lock in stuff, because I have mixed like low porosity in the back, mid porosity on the top. Anyway, I need to lock in my hair with something thick. So I've been going back to the double butter cream from As I Am. It's just a staple. I don't know why I stopped using it. That was a really stupid idea. And now my hair, I hope, are gonna go back to thrive. I had this for over, I think, a month and a half, 2 months. Let's see what happens. But was obsessed. So happy it's back in my life. So happy. And the last one is, well, it seems like it's mielle again. It's the babassu and mint deep conditioner mask. This, after I put this into my hair, after I think I've been using for a couple of months some stupid Garnier, I think it's they call it the hair food thingy. I used this once. The results were drastic, and since then I think I found my perfect mask. I would hope it was a bit bigger, but I think I do deep conditioning when I take out my braids and before I put new braids. So it's roughly once or twice every 6 to 8 weeks. So it's not that much, so it will last me a bit. But if you're looking for, if you have dry hair that are super tight curls, that are dense and that braid easily, yeah. Then we have the last category into the beauty section. It's makeup. For makeup, I also have picked 3 favorites. And the first one you can just observe is a new eyebrow shape. I've been obsessed with Manon from Cat's Eye eyebrows because I have shorter eyebrows in general. So they stop right where my eyes stop, my eyebrows stop. So I don't know if you can see. A good centimeter is just fake. And I've been doing this for, like, I'm not even as high as her because I don't think it would fit me if I went like, so I just kind of go more straight. And I had a couple of compliments about how my brows looked. He snatched. Loving it. So that's my fave. And to achieve those eyebrows, I use the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen in black. Then my other obsessions are lip oil. And again, for this video, because I don't know why I bring all my lip oil with me when I go on holidays for 2 weeks, but I did. And I think I lost one of my lip oil there. One of my faves actually. So yeah, I'm obsessed with lip oil, and my faves are the Clarins one. So this one is the red one. And I've been trying the Guerlain one, but I won't lie, I think I will move, once I finish this one, I definitely think I will go back to the plump, also for the Clarins one. I used to have it, I didn't finish it, but it broke because I had it with me all the time in my pockets, everywhere, and I think I sat on it and it broke down. But yeah, absolutely obsessed with lip oil. And it's not my fave because I just change lip liners every 2 days, and I often actually use eye pencils as lip liner because I need cool tone. But it's a little mention for the Road lip liner. It does go away really fast, but the color, I just want to praise the color because I think I have the Flex one. No, I have the Spin one. The Spin one is the perfect shade for me. I also have it today. Should I come closer? And it's just slightly darker than my natural outline. So I just think it looks really well on me. It's really natural, as you can see here. I mean, I think for this video I put those two together because I couldn't find the other ones. So it's pretty nude. It looks like just I have lip gloss, but actually I don't, because if I take off my makeup, you will see that my outline is not as dark. Isn't that the point of makeup in the first place, that you think I have nothing? And I just was born like this. And my last fave for the makeup, and that I need to repurchase ASAP, is my Pat McGrath blush. I have it since I learned that they use this one on the Charmer Sisters in Bridgerton. And it's the color Love Struck. I want to try a more purple one. I know they have a more purple one, but I've been using it, as you can see, a lot. And often, most time when I do my makeup, I would just use blush and contouring to shape my face. What I miss the most on my face is not necessarily like definition and stuff, it's color. And I think blush just brings color. People will argue, but naturally black people don't blush. That's true. But I do think that naturally I even blush, like I'm gray. I'm gray and I just want to bring the life out a bit. So I do use a bit of blush here. Don't mind the blush I have right now. I don't think you can see it properly. I use a rare one, and I think my rare one is really old because this one just goes everywhere, so I don't really use it anymore for the last 3 weeks because it's liquid. It just stuck, so I think I look really red. I don't know, maybe it's just the camera is taking it out, which I will be really appreciative of. Now we're done with beauty and we're gonna move on to other small categories of stuff I loved this year. Moving on to food. Food, my top 3 this year have been cooking. As many people my age with 9-to-5 jobs and procrastinating, I end up being lazy to cook and I don't cook as much. But this year I really think I stepped up and I reduced considerably my ordering amount to probably like once a month, if even. Otherwise I cook. I love it. It's not always like really hard meals and stuff. Sometimes just like salad or whatever, or just warm up some pizzas in the oven. But I definitely tried more recipes. I'm a recipe trier. I don't have like a staple. I usually do a lot of different recipes because I like to try new stuff, but because I feel like I haven't had the time to really figure out the meals of my life. What am I cooking? Gumbo. It's my favorite food ever. I've been making a lot of dish with fishes like this, which leads me to my second fave, seafood and shrimp. I forgot how much I love it because my boyfriend doesn't like it, so I don't eat it as much. But recently because I've been trying to not eat as much carbs and heavy food and stuff, and I think like shrimp and seafood goes well with vegetables as well. And I also had an amazing and unforgettable pasta dish in Capri 2 years ago. The restaurant was called Panorama. Till this day, I still think about it at least weekly. So I tried to use it more in my dish and stuff like this, and hopefully it helps me eat more balanced and not only rely on meats, because I love pork. And I need to reduce it because I think it's better to do everything in balance, in moderation. It's hard, but I'm getting there. And then another one that I really have been loving, especially on the winter time, is soups. Guys, I used to be a soup hater because my mom would force us to have soup every Mondays. So I was really resentful of that. And I don't think I was making soup for a good 8 years since I moved out of my mom's house. But I'm back on it. Soups, broth, ramen, everything liquidy, vegetable-y. Give it to me. Love it. My fave, I would say, is the leek soup from a shop close to my work. They only do it like once a year, and I think I missed it. No, this year I had some. The year before I didn't, and the year when I started to work there, I had it once. I've been trying to get the soup forever and I always miss it, but anyway, because they do like seasonal soups. But moving on, so this one leek soup, and the other one would be, how do you call a small pumpkin? In French it's petit marron. That's pumpkin, but a small one. Does it have a name? Pumpkin soup. Moving on to, so as I mentioned, I live in Hamburg and I'm going to talk about my favorite spots that I've been to this year. On the throne, the Chin Chin. It's a Chinese pooled noodle place. The sauce they use. Then we have kiehl laden. So as I said, I'm trying to be more into thrift shopping and not buying like fast and faster fashion clothes. And this is a shop that I believe I saw creator named Rinke Dru. I don't put her name here. She kind of hops around Hamburg trying to find the best thrift shops. She showed this one is close to the central station. So go there. They always have like every week they have specific offers. And I have a great selection and I loved it. And I can't wait to discover more thrift shop. But this is a place I really enjoyed. I found 6 pieces there. And all of them was €6. So yeah, amazing. And the last spot is a brunch spot. It's not that famous. Not many people talk about it a lot in Hamburg. It's called Phin. It's the only damn place that does a proper ice chocolate. Because in this town, hot chocolate and non-coffee, non-matcha drinkers are left to rot on the side. And I had enough. And this place makes the best ice chocolate. So this summer, I can't wait to go back. And they also have a really nice pancake and waffle menu. So check it out. A lot of options. An amazing, I think it was like an avocado bread with eggs and bacon or whatever. And it was amazing balls. La Fin in Pendorf. Check it out. So that's it for the Hamburg spots. Then moving on to the health categories. So something that I really like that I did this year, but not enough. So I'm going to try to do it more next year is stretch. Going along with discipline and habits and routines, I want to incorporate more of stretching. I am stiff as a pencil. I'm getting older, guys. Although I'm not old, I'm getting older, and I want to be able to use my body as long as I can. And definitely when I'm doing anything, when I'm dancing and stuff, I can say I'm limited because my body is not as fluid and as flexible as I wish it would be. My hips are stiff. My ankles are stiff. So stretching. I've been doing it, I think, since September, a bit more regularly, not as much as I would like to, or not as much as I should, but definitely it's always a nice moment in my day, and I want to add it to my routine in the morning. So stretching, a fave of mine. Next, we have bath. You might say bath and health because it's for mental health. I'm not talking about bathing instead of showering. I'm more thinking about taking time, maybe twice a week. Oh, every 2 weeks, sorry. Maybe every 2 weeks, once a month, a time where I just sit in my filth and just de-stress and just take time for me, maybe with a mask, maybe with a glass of wine, and just soak in the comfort of a bath. It's like a pause in time. Big warning. I'm not replacing showers with a bath. Because also I know it's a lot of water. To be fair, I take long showers anyway. So one of the goals will be to take shorter showers so I can feel less self-conscious about taking a bath. I'm someone that's really active and really like always doing something. So I definitely think that taking a bath would just slow me down and recenter me. And the last one is sports. So I am building a pretty like cool routine. Yes, I'm in my Pilates, my spinning class era, getting into those 30-year-old cliche. But I discovered recently hot Pilates. It's my obsession of autumn/winter. The studio is called burnbabe.hot. Everything is pink. I'm obsessed. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it's the only place that provides me with heat in this cold city. But the vibes, the instructors, there's diversity. I see different people's shape. Because sometimes, especially in a city like Hamburg, you might feel like, in case of someone like me, you might feel like everybody looks a specific way. And I think there, the vibe and the aesthetic they have there is something that I can relate to, but not and aspire to, but not in an unhealthy way. And as I said, it helps. They have instructors that have different ethnic backgrounds. The music is quite various and stuff like this. So I really appreciate the place and everything. So that's, I don't know, I just felt really nice there. So yeah, if you want a cool hot Pilates studio, burnbabe.hot. And I think the name is so iconic to me. It's silly, but I love it. Culture. Now we enter the culture section. So culture-wise, books. I am a slow reader. I used to be a fast reader when I was a teenager. Obviously, I guess when you have to read for school and stuff like this, you're a bit faster. And I was really into reading because it was an escape. I didn't have Netflix, I didn't have all those, so I didn't have a phone that would have all this content on there. I only had YouTube, and before people were doing like 5 minutes YouTube videos, so it was fast. So I'm trying to refresh my reading nerve, my reading muscle. I'm struggling. I only read 2 books this year, and that's a lie. I finished 1 book and I started another one. So I finished Murder Under the Sun. So I've been reading this since 2024. So that's great. I can't do like even a top 3 because it's like I only have 2 books and I didn't even finish both of them in the year. So that counts as 1. I wasn't that excited by the stories in there. Some of them were funny. And I think the fact that it was only nouvelles, so it was only like short stories, I didn't get to really get into a story as much as I wanted. But if you like mystery and murder stories, it's a great one. The one I'm reading now is called You Again by Kate Goldbeck. I thought it was an autumn book for some reason because of the cover. It is not. It is not an autumn book. It's actually like an all around the year book. It's really funny. The girl annoys me a little bit, but in a way that I'd still want to read. Like, I'm a bit of a hater. I could read this way faster because it's really cool. I like the book. It's more of like the type of books I like to read, like enemies to lover type of thingy. But I just don't take the time to read. So my goal is to finish this book by... This is my first book of the year, next year. Like, it will count as my number 1. And then I have to read 1 book a month. So, but to be fair, I went from 0 to basically 1 book a year. That's an increase from only 1 last year as well. Like, it's constant. So that was for the books. Then moving on to podcasts. So my ultimate faves, and it has been since 2018, is the Recent Podcast. I love those girls to bits. And I never miss an episode. Actually, I do miss episodes, but I always catch up. Then I want to be a bit more aware of what's going on in the world. So I've been adding to my rotation 3 short daily update podcasts. So one is Today in Focus, one is Today Explain, and the other one is I think it's called The Monde. So I have an American focus one, I have a UK/Europe focus one, and I have a French focus one, and I rotate. So yeah, I want to be a bit more knowledgeable or know what's going on, especially in the industry I'm working on, so marketing. I would like to have a bit more of finance education, and a bit more of fashion education. So I've been listening to, I'm trying to find a few podcasts to go in my rotation, but one of my absolute fave is the podcast Stylish. They talk about the business, they talk about pop culture, they talk about trends, so it has been really informative. I've only listened to I think 5 episodes so far, and I'm trying to catch up from the whole 2025 year, but it's definitely already one of my faves. So yeah, that's the podcast for you. Then moving on to music. So music wise, I tried last year to do this thing where I kind of journal the albums I'm listening to, because I feel like I don't listen to albums anymore. I just listen to singles. And as Beyonce said, people don't make albums anymore, but they actually do, and just nobody listens to them. So I've been trying to listen to the full body of work of artists and my fave albums. I didn't listen to enough to give you a top, but I can give you a top songs, or top artists, or people that just struck me the most in the music industry. So number 1 is Ellie. So Ellie, I've seen her videos mainly on TikTok, and I've became obsessed with the song Marianne, and right now I'm obsessed with the song Glitter. And I still have yet to listen to the full album Stage Girl. I can't wait. I think it might be my first album from 2026, so I will do that. But amazing voice, amazing vibe. I don't know, it's give me late 1990s, early 2000s, and I'm obsessed. I should feel like glitter. Another one is one of my, I think I really listened to her end of 2024, but I really listened to her a lot this winter, and it's Essence Martins. she's just like a little fairy. And I love fairy music. So my favorite song, I think my second stream song was her song called Salvation Has Forgotten Us. And yeah, my last artist obviously is Kiehl. They're just so canny. They're just they are, those young girls are something. And they just make me happy. It's what it is. So yeah, Kiehl for the win. Moving on to TV shows and movie. Here again, I thought this year I would be more involved in pop culture and stuff like this. But I introduced lately in the game a little box where I can give my opinion, and that motivated me to watch more things. But nothing really struck me. Movie-wise, I really liked Mickey 17. Some people were a bit more on the verge, but I really liked it. Mickey 17, I went out of the movie and I had feelings. I don't know how to say that. It just it left an impression. I don't know what impression. It left something to this day. So that's why for me, it's one of my fave. Little mention for Sinners. Because I'm watching a guy called Shuzu, and he does reaction, and he reacted to Final Destination. I watched the movies through different reactors, and I liked the movies. So I would say Final Destination was one of my discovery and one of my favorite franchise of the year. It really left a mark. And again, it put me back to a time where movies were shorter, yes, but you really left the movie with like a feeling. I don't know how, I can't really explain what it is, but you watch something that put you into a moment and that had a lasting effect on you. And I feel like a lot of movies now, we don't have that as much. But again, I don't watch that much movies to have such an opinion that could be taken seriously. So I'm just gonna shut up and move on to my next fave. That's about it that I have for TV and movies. Oh, no, I can add Stranger Things. It's the last season. It's not the best season, but it's entertaining. The vibes are there, and it's the end of an era. So Stranger Things, you get the third spot, even though it's not finished yet, but it will be in a few hours. So then we move on to habits. So my favorite habits I picked up this year, or that I want to extend on next year, are definitely, as mentioned, cooking. I already went on details for it. I want to be doing more textile art. So we like to be knitting, crocheting soon more. I think it's something where I'm actually good at, and something that I have a natural ability for, and I should definitely just pursue it and be more serious about it. Don't get frustrated. I just want to do it more, and obviously reading more. As I said, I feel like I'm missing out on a whole bucket of entertainment, and it doesn't sit right with me. So I'm gonna get back on that. Other random things that are my favorite that happened this year is finally our flat is getting a bit more furnished and personalized. I was in charge of adapting the office, and I think I did a great job. I don't have any pictures there, but just so you know, I did a great job. I'm really happy that I think from May, June, I really got back into socials, because I always wanted to be someone that posts and that record my life. I don't know why. Is it ego? Is it main character syndrome? I don't know what it is, but I always had a calling. But I maybe didn't have not the talent, but like some people, they have an intuition. They have a hand. Like they have something. They have a vibe. And I think that because I don't like when stuff is not easy to me, I never really dive into it. But I feel like this year I really pushed through. I've been posted on TikTok a lot, on social, etc. YouTube less. But I had a lot of fun. And I actually saw my following growing, my interaction growing, my engagement growing as well. So that's really satisfying, and I'm having a lot of fun. I'm not trying to get money or anything from it. I think I just want attention. And also something that I haven't been doing as much with work and living in flat chairs and not wanting to bother other people is singing. And since I'm in this flat, I've been able to sing way more because isolation is working and nobody cares if I sing. My boyfriend doesn't care if I sing. So I can shout up to 3 a.m. I don't, but I could. And I feel like singing is definitely as well one way for me to express a lot, have fun, calm my brain that's hyper. Singing more, it's one of my highlights of this year. And finally, let's focus on the textile arts. I am so happy. So one of my favorite things that happened about my textile art. is that I learned how to knit beginning of last year. My boyfriend gave me a set of knitting needles and I picked it up super fast. I need this. This top, I need it. So definitely learning to knit was a highlight after doing only crochet for like 2 years. And although I haven't put crochet as much at the forefront as I did 2 years before, when I picked it up back from the project, I could see I was so comfortable. I was really in my element, and that's an amazing feeling. And for Christmas, my boyfriend got me a sewing machine. And I'm coming for you, bitches. I'm coming. Jackmers, I'm coming for you. Watch out. No, I'm kidding, but I'm really excited to learn a new skill, and I think those actually, although there are many hobbies for me at the moment, I do think those are skills that I can transfer. They definitely are transferable skills, because what if there's a end of the world, I can convert into like a seamstress or something like this. Like it's practical things, like if I need to adapt clothes, like instead of always looking in shops for something that I can't find, it doesn't fit my proportion or whatever, I can adapt it myself. I can personalize it myself when I'm thrifting, because one of the big things with thrifting is that sometimes something doesn't fit you exactly. I can adjust it to me. So I am excited. That was a long video. I think I filmed for like an hour and 20 minutes. But thank you for watching. This was all my faves, all my top 3s from 2025. I know 2026 is gonna be it. I'm turning 30. So it has to be an amazing year. And I'm excited for next year. I hope everybody had an amazing year. And if it wasn't the best year for you, you still can have an even better year next year, or worse. But that's not the energy. That's not the energy we're going with. Watch out. And yeah, thank you for watching. If it's the first time you see me, I hope you will come back. And if it's not, thank you for coming back and watching until the end. That was a long video, wasn't it? And we see each other next, hopefully with a funny video. Bye-bye.